Hello, I am back, and I'm going to do an Eddie Kidsburg, I think that's how you pronounce the name, I'm not very sure, X-Reader from it again. I'm going to do one of every loser in the group. I might even do a Beverly one, but I don't know. But let's just get on to it. Come on, little sis, I'll show you how to deal with these guys. Your older brother, Henry Bauer, said to you as he approached a group of kids about your age. You cross your arms and follow after him, even though you didn't want to see him bully a bunch of random kids. You watched as Henry grabbed a short kid holding an inhaler by the shirt and started threatening him. The other guys looked at you with wide eyes, expecting you to attack them at any moment. You tried to avoid eye contact with the other boys, staring at Henry as he lifted the dude off the ground. Please don't, he whispered, worried, feeling his tone. Don't. What are you going to do if I do? Huh? Henry started to bring out his psycho side. Stop. The words slipped out of your mouth before you could even process them. Your brother looked away from the horrified kid and turned to you. What did you say? He asked through clenched teeth. You gulped. You never stood up to Henry, no matter how much he bothered you, and no matter... There was no turning back. I said stop. You managed to breathe out. Your heartbeat suddenly sped up. He dropped the kid and took a few steps towards you. You stayed frozen in place. Fear filled your eyes. Stop. I'm trying to teach you how to get rid of these kids, he said angrily, taking another step forward. There was a long moment of silence. All the boys stared at you in pure shock. You looked at the ground, too afraid to look at Henry. Then suddenly inside of you snapped. Your head jerked up, your mouth open, and for once in your life, you finally gave Henry a piece of your mind. I don't want to get rid of them. But Henry looked at you in disbelief. You what? He started in total confusion. I don't want to get rid of them. You said sternly. Why not? They're losers. Henry growled, his eyes narrowing as you fought with him. So why do we have to get rid of them? You continued to talk back. The guys just watched as you and Henry argued. Because they're just annoying and yeah, he stammered, not wanting to lose the battle. You're a jerk, Henry. You confirmed, taking official glances at the other boys. And you're being unreasonable. He pointed to the short kid. Just look at this guy, he said mockingly. You stared at the kid for a moment and smirked. He tightened his grip on his inhaler while shaking slightly. I am looking at him, he said softly, taking a step to the random kid. And I like what I see, you said flirtatiously. The kid's eyes widened as you stepped in next to him. I like this guy, Henry. You smiled innocently, and everyone stared at you like you were crazy. You looked over at the kid. He looked back at you, and his jaw dropped. What's your name? You asked sweetly. He didn't say anything. He just continued to stare. You tilted your head to the side slightly, awaiting an answer. He shook his head and finally blinked. Eddie Kidsburg, he muttered. I'm listener. You smiled warmly at him, then looked at Henry. He didn't seem to buy it. So you took it a step further. You twisted your fingers so that you and Eddie were holding hands. He took a quick whiff of his inhaler. You could hear a few mumbles behind you. The guys were probably questioning everything. I really like you, Eddie, you said, turning your attention back to him. You do? He stuttered, a slight blush dusting his cheeks. He simply nodded. You could just barely see your brother out of the corner of your eye. It looked like he was going to explode. You're crazy, Henry said, taking a step back. You kept eye contact with Eddie, not even caring about Henry, who eventually turned away and walked off. Once he was gone, your smile disappeared. You grabbed Eddie by the shoulders and looked at him in concern. Are you okay? You had your head filling with thoughts about Henry and this new guy that just walked into your life. I'm good. Were you, serious? Or... He looked down nervously. Oh, no. I mean, you seem cool, but I know nothing about you. He smiled and released his shoulders. Oh, he seemed a little disappointed. You noticed and bit your lip. But I'd love to get to know you. He looked at the other guys. All of you. Are you sure you're related? You and Henry are related? A boy with thick glasses asked. He let a small laugh. I wish we weren't, but yes. We are related. You nodded. Welcome to the Losers Club. The tall one stuttered. Thanks, he said happily and looked at Eddie, who kept his eyes on you the entire time. You placed a quick kiss on his cheek and waved goodbye to your new friends. Once you were out of sight, Richie turned to Eddie and smiled. Go ahead, get some. Eddie covered his face in embarrassment. And from that day on, you were a loser. that was an Eddie one. Yeah, I feel like Henry probably done more of that if he was like actually in the movie, and we did that. He probably would go psycho and not just back away. But yeah, that's about it for the Eddie Pittsburgh X-Rater. So, like I said in my last video, I have a Discord now. I will put it in the description because my comments got turned off and I don't really know why. So, yeah, please join. So, that's where you can put any requests you have. Right now it's just me. I really want to have some of my subscribers in here because I'm really thankful for all of you. So yeah, if you want, you can always join. And yeah. So having that said, goodbye. Please, you don't have to, but please like, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Goodbye, my peeps.